Hello, people. Oh, the heaven angels sing. Okay, you know what? I'm not actually gonna sing a bit more than that, but it feels like Christmas time in here because we finally get an Eddy Cue story. That's just crazy. So this is September 5th. I don't know why I waited until now, but I guess this isn't because of the new iPhone. I can kind of slack off a bit. But 9 to 5 Mac alleges that profile of Eddy Cue says respected leader but overextended, falls asleep in meetings. That's right, the one and only Eddy Cue actually does snap in class like the rest of us. Yeah, so this article alleges that a lot of shit apparently happened with Eddy Cue. Now, of course, if you don't know who Eddy Cue is, he's basically the services guy at Apple. So he used to look over Siri, he works on Apple Music, Maps, iTunes, all this sort of thing. So yeah, like these people literally just got on the information and they talked about Eddy Cue. So I'm gonna read this excerpt to you. It is easy for Apple employees to tell when they have lost the attention of Eddy Cue, the leader of the company's sprawling internet initiatives, from its music and video businesses to its Maps service. During meetings, Mr. Cue is sometimes known to fall silent, shut his eyes, and tilt his head back, leaving other participants to wonder whether he's staring at the ceiling or sleeping, said several former Apple employees and one outside partner present on multiple occasions when it happened over the past few years. In at least two of these situations, Mr. Cue began snoring. One source said blank, and then it goes on. It cuts to the next part. Mr. Cue is described as a leader of intelligence and empathy with a loyal following at Apple, but others who have worked with him say he seems overextended at important moments and failed to intercede in conflicts. That's right, when they have all these UI arguments and they have all these arguments about just dumb shit, about what kind of feature you should add, what he just doesn't intervene. Like literally that is his job. Like he is the head, he is the manager, he should be the one who is supposed to break up these petty fights, but he just doesn't. And of course the article says that they're playing catch up. And it just seems like he has way too much to do. Now he owns the management over Apple Music. He used to do Siri before that was passed down to Craig Federighi, before that was also passed down to someone else, because I feel like Craig is also kind of overloaded now. First with OS 10, now Mac OS, and then iOS, and then he has a bunch of other software. I'm not sure how involved he is with machine learning, but let's just say that he did play a bit of a part because his name was on the white paper. And yeah, there were almost literally fist fights over design aspects, features, aesthetics, set a person who worked on the project. They all hate each other. As tensions mounted on the Apple Music team, Mr. Cue, who was known for his hands-off leadership style, was rarely seen by the team working on the project, said people working on the streaming service. One downside with Eddy as a manager was that it's unlikely for Eddy to mediate between two warring factions, says one former lieutenant. If there were conflicts or tensions between groups, Eddy didn't get involved. Like, this is his job. This is like the one job he's supposed to do well. You literally had one job and you didn't do it. So he truly is the one and only, because the last time someone didn't do his job properly, he was promptly fired. That name is Scott Forstall. But, I couldn't really say much. I mean, this could very well be hearsay. He could be bawling at Apple and then just everyone loved him. And this could be, a smear piece. But, with photos like these, do you really think that he is 100% Apple-centric, especially when people at Apple just don't sleep? They work until 3 or 4 a.m. They nap on company property. And they literally don't really have a life. Not even social life. No, they don't really have a life outside of Apple. So do you think, an employee, not even like a person of Eddy Cue's position, watching a basketball game would be one of those people? And even then, those people that work extremely, extremely, extremely hard, they don't really have like a perfect track record. So, especially when you have to handle so much things, are you really doing well? But, this could be up for interpretation. But moving on, just a bunch of iPhone 9 news. Apparently, some phone company actually leaked the iPhone 9 lineup online, but I don't think that's legit. I think because it's very bare bones, and it just seems like it was kind of a preparatory move. They might have to fill it in, so like they're just putting it on there. But we did see the photos of the back, which is corroborated by this PhoneArena.com report in 3 dazzling colors. So it looks like red, white, and space gray, right? So like it looks like red, and then maybe we could call it silver because silver, it looks kind of white, and space gray. But no, it is the 6.1-inch iPhone 9 in red, white, and blue, which is oddly patriotic. But yeah, the article says earlier this year, rumors painted a colorful palette of iPhone models slated for release this fall. According to reliable tipsters, Apple was working on, or at least prototyping, white, black, lightly space gray, gray, lighter gray, red, blue, yellow, orange, and pink colors. So this is the 2005 iPod all over again. Options for its 2018 iPhone lineup. That's more variety than we'd ever seen from the company. However, we didn't know which of the 3 supposed iPhone models that will launch this fall will be getting which colors. Now, of all of the colors listed above, we still can't say for sure which ones will be making the final cut, but we can tell you that the 6.1-inch iPhone 9 is very likely going to be available in red, white, and blue for the motherland. A newly leaked live image supposedly depicting 3 iPhone 9 units show high gloss backs and saturated colors. This time around, if you look closely, you'll notice that the metal frame also carries the same color as the glass back. Neat. The iPhone 9 is the cheapest iPhone model that Apple will launch this year, and babble. Personally, I really don't give a shit about the iPhone 9 because it has an LCD screen, and the pixel density is about like 322, which, for those of you who are good with numbers and remember these figures, that's a lower pixel density than the iPhone 4. That's right, a phone released in 2010. This will put it as the second worst pixel density ever for an iPhone, only being beat by the first 3 generations of iPhone, which of course had 163 pixels per inch. So yeah, it really isn't that impressive, and it really is just a budget iPhone. And from what it looks like, I don't know whether it's going to be, whether it'll retain the home button or whether it will retain it will go edge to edge like the iPhone 10, because LCDs can't really bend. It has to be one flat sheet, so it's really hard to do one of those curved corner things. But if they tried, hopefully they'll make it work. But yeah, all we see is the back, no matter it's the telecom or these images. It's really just the back that's been shown. That's basically what confirms what we have been speculating so far, which is a vertical camera lineup, which Apple seems to be shifting towards around early 2016 when they began that practice with the new 9.7-inch iPad Pro, the first generation that goes along with the 13-inch iPad Pro. So yeah, this could be very, very interesting, and but certainly not the highlight. But of course, we talked about the iPhone XS earlier in the last video. But yeah, we have iPhone 9, we have a sleeping Eddy Cue, there's going to be something else, but I tricked you, there's going to be nothing else, but it did have one small message. So as you guys know, Gather Around is going to be live on September 12 at 10 a.m. And of course, being at 10 a.m., I'm actually in class. So I might miss this. I'm still contemplating whether to skip class to actually do the keynote or not, which in that case it would be a bit of a live chat in Discord. I'm not doing a live stream this year because honestly, what's the freaking point? I mean, it's better if you watch it alone. But yeah, so I'm going to miss this more than likely. So head to my Twitter at twitter.com/iconredesign and just describe really shittily what happened at the keynote, and I'm going to feature you in that recap video that'll be live later on Wednesday or maybe Thursday, because I'm kind of busy actually on Wednesday. Wednesday. But yeah, describe it really crappily. If you want to get featured, then by all means do it. So go to twitter.com/iconredesign. That's basically my Twitter, of course, and just have a look. So yeah, for now I'm basically done. So have fun.